Timothée Chalamet raves about working with incredible Gwyneth Paltrow. I grew up watching her. Timothée Chalamet is no stranger to working alongside Hollywood legends, but his latest collaboration has left even the Oscar-nominated actor in awe. The 29-year-old star recently opened up about sharing the screen with Gwyneth Paltrow, calling the experience incredible and admitting that he grew up admiring her work. In an interview promoting their upcoming film together, Chalamet couldn't hide his excitement as he reflected on the opportunity to perform alongside one of the most acclaimed actresses of her generation. "I grew up watching Gwyneth's films," he said with a grin. "She's someone whose work shaped the way I think about acting. To finally get to collaborate with her, it's surreal." The two actors star in a yet untitled drama that has been quietly generating buzz across the industry. Described as an emotional, character-driven story about family, ambition, and forgiveness, the film is directed by an award-winning filmmaker known for eliciting layered performances. For Chalamet, the project offered not only a challenging role, but also the chance to learn from an actor he had admired since childhood. A dream collaboration. Working with Paltrow, who has spent decades balancing film, family, and her entrepreneurial ventures, was more than a career milestone for Chalamet. It was a full-circle moment. The young actor has long cited the 90s and early 2000s as a golden era of Hollywood, a time when stars like Paltrow, Cate Blanchett, and Leonardo DiCaprio defined what it meant to be both glamorous and deeply talented. "When I was a kid, movies like Shakespeare in Love and The Talented Mr. Ripley were on all the time," Chalamet recalled. "My mom loved Gwyneth's performances. She'd say, 'That's how you do subtlety, that's how you bring truth to a role.' So in a way, I've been studying her since before I even thought about acting seriously." Now, years later, Chalamet finds himself across from the same actress who won an Academy Award before he was even in kindergarten. "It's funny to think about," he said with a laugh. "I remember seeing her on screen and thinking, that's movie stardom. And now I get to sit across from her and exchange lines. It's wild." On-set chemistry and shared dedication. Sources close to the production have described the on-screen chemistry between Chalamet and Paltrow as electric, noting that both actors brought a natural intensity to their scenes together. According to Chalamet, that connection came from mutual respect and shared work ethic. "Gwyneth is incredibly focused," he said. "She's got this calm, grounded energy that makes everyone around her want to be better. She listens deeply, she's present, and she has this instinct for truth in every line. You can't fake that." Paltrow, who has gradually taken fewer acting roles over the past decade to focus on her lifestyle brand, reportedly signed on to this film after being impressed by its script and the opportunity to work with a younger generation of actors. "She's been selective about her projects, and you can tell she chose this one because it spoke to her," Chalamet added. "When she commits completely." He also described how Paltrow brought warmth and humor to the set, often lightening the mood between takes. "She's got this wicked sense of humor," he said. "We'd be doing these heavy scenes, and she'd crack a joke that would make everyone burst out laughing. It reminds you that even in the most intense moments, we're still just people trying to tell a story." Learning from a legend. For Chalamet, who has built a reputation for his emotional depth and raw vulnerability on screen, working with Paltrow offered lessons that went beyond performance. "She has this balance," he explained. "She's fully present as an artist, but she also has perspective. She's not defined by the industry, she's created her own path. That's something I really admire." The actor shared that he paid close attention to how Paltrow approached each scene. "She's precise without being rigid," he said. "She'll try something spontaneous, then she'll adjust it slightly, and suddenly the whole scene opens up." Watching her process was like a masterclass in nuance. Their collaboration also inspired him to think more deeply about longevity in Hollywood. "It's one thing to have success early on," Chalamet reflected, "but maintaining it with grace, reinventing yourself, and staying authentic, that's the real challenge. Gwyneth embodies that." He went on to say that he hopes to follow a similar path. "I want to be able to look back in 20 years and still feel passionate about the work I'm doing, like she does. She's shown that you can evolve, take breaks, try new things, and still come back stronger. A story that resonates." The film, set to be released next year, tells the story of a fractured family forced to confront their past when unexpected circumstances bring them together. Chalamet plays a young man estranged from his mother, portrayed by Paltrow, after years of silence and unresolved tension. Through a series of emotional revelations, the two characters attempt to bridge the gap between them. It's a story about reconciliation, Chalamet explained. It's about realizing that the people who shape us the most are often the ones we struggle with the most. That's what drew me to the script. It felt honest. While details about the film's production have been kept under wraps, early insiders have suggested that both Chalamet and Paltrow deliver some of their most emotionally raw performances to date. "We really had to go to vulnerable places," he said. "There were days that left me completely drained, but that's what makes the work fulfilling." He credited Paltrow for creating a safe environment on set. "She's incredibly generous," he noted. "She gives you space to try things, to fail, to find new layers." When you're working opposite someone with that kind of openness, you can't help but elevate your own game. Reflections on fame and mentorship. Chalamet has quickly become one of Hollywood's most recognizable faces, but he remains humble when speaking about those who paved the way for him. "I think every generation learns from the ones before," he said. "Actors like Gwyneth, Kate Winslet, and Julianne Moore, they set the standard. They showed us that you can be both a movie star and a serious artist." He admitted that seeing Paltrow's career evolution, from her breakout roles to her entrepreneurial ventures, has made him think differently about fame. "She's navigated the spotlight with such intelligence," he said. "She's built a life outside of acting that's meaningful to her. That's something I really respect, because it's easy to lose yourself in this industry." Chalamet revealed that during filming, he and Paltrow had several long conversations about balance, ambition, and self-care. "She's been through it all: success, scrutiny, reinvention," he said. "Her perspective on longevity and well-being is invaluable. She told me, 'You have to protect your peace if you want to keep creating.' That really stuck with me." The power of connection. The on-screen relationship between Chalamet and Paltrow reportedly anchors the emotional core of the film. "There's a lot of love in the story," he said. "It's complicated, it's messy, but it's real." Working with Gwyneth made those emotions feel tangible.